Hey YouTube, Mark here, and I'm doing a fragrance review on a Hugo Boss fragrance. This time I'm going to do it on my second flanker on Boston Motion. I did Boston Motion White Edition. If you haven't checked out that review, that's a 2009 bottle, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link in the sidebar if you haven't checked it out yet. This time I'm going to do it on the discontinued Electric. There's this one has been collecting dust. I'm not gonna lie, it's been collecting dust in my curio. I haven't really used it since I've got it. Used it about twice before I started doing this review. Last week I started wearing this a little more, and I used it about three days, 4 days worth of wear. So it was quite an interesting fragrance actually. So let's get to it. First of all, here's the bottle. It's called Boston Motion Electric, but I also seen online that it's called Edition 4. Either way, it's a discontinued fragrance. You can't find it in stores, but you can find it online. They still have this online. So here's the bottle. As you can see, it's like the original ball shape. There's a line right in the middle. Spritzer's the little blue thing right here, Hugo Boss engraved on the bottle. And this is the actual juice inside, so you can actually, you press on this to get the juice out. Anyway, so here's the bottle. Pretty nice looking bottle, I must say. Here's the box. On the box itself, nothing really outrageous on the box, so I'm just going to put it in the back of the bottle here. So Boss in Motion Electric comes in two bottle sizes. I'm not sure if they're available online, both of them, so I'm just going to name them out. Usually these bottles come in a 1.3 ounce and then the 3 ounce bottles. The 1.3 ounce, you'd be looking around $35 to $40 American, and this bad boy here, the 3 ounce, is around $40 to $60 American. It hit the shelves in 2007, so it's a fairly new fragrance. I'm not too sure why they would discontinue this fragrance right away, but either way, I would group it more in a woody, earthy fragrance. If you do search around, some sites actually say that this is an aquatic. I'm gonna disagree with that. Reason why is I find more an earthy tone to it, a more woody, earthy tone to it, so more of a fall fragrance than anything. But if they want to pass it up as an aquatic, be my guest. Scent life on this one, not very long. That's the one real drawback. It gave me about 3 to 6 hours on a good day. I saw myself spraying this almost 4 times, 4 sprays to actually get those hours. If anything less, it just disappears. So what I did is I did the 2 on the neck, and I did 1 on each arm, and I was good with those 4. It still didn't give me what I wanted. I probably could have done 2 more on the chest while my t-shirt's kind of covering it, and that might have helped it a bit, but I didn't want to overdo it. So 4 sprays on this one is probably the most I would do. Recommended age for this one, you can be actually a teenager and wear this right up to 50, 60 years old. There's no real age limit on this one. I think it would work very well on older gentlemen more than the younger kids, but it can go either way. Let's hit up the notes here. The notes: cardamom, Earl Grey tea, sandalwood, cedar, violet leaves, patchouli, and an orange note. So the two notes that really hit me up when I was looking at the notes for this one is, of course, the Earl Grey tea. When I think tea, I think Gucci Puram de. So this was actually, I was like, really? There's Earl Grey tea in this? So I sprayed it. I was like, holy shit, there actually is some tea notes in here. So it was actually quite a surprise to get tea in this. I also got the orange note. A few people that smelt it on me got the orange note more than the tea. So I don't know if it was my nose that got the tea, but I really enjoyed it. The opening is of Earl Grey tea. There is, it does evolve towards blends of woody notes. You got that patchouli, the cedar, the sandalwood. That's the dry down. You got the Seville orange and the violet leaves in the middle, in the heart. So most people get the orange, of course. But really, the combination of fresh, vibrant top notes, the earthy, sensual woods, provide a fragrance which is both fairly good, it's clean, and fairly bright. So it's a really good fragrance. The highlight of this fragrance, no doubt to me, is the tea notes. You just can't, that is the number one part of this fragrance. I just can't get over it. It's really, really nice. And I also enjoyed the orange note. It actually took me 2 days to actually smell the orange note, which it took Steph about a minute when I first sprayed it to say it's an orange fragrance. So that's where people probably say this is an aquatic, because people are seeing the aquatic notes, the orange. So, but either way, those are the two main points that I smelt. Sadly, this is a discontinued fragrance. Like I said earlier, you could probably find it online though. This can be an everyday fragrance, an everyday scent. It's light, it's calm, it's very calming. It's not something in your face like 1 million or something like that. It's not a clubbing fragrance. It's not a, I'm going on a date and I want to impress this hottie right now. No, it's more like a calming, let's go to work type of fragrance, school, things like that. So style, it's casual style. Occasion, an everyday fragrance. This is your typical everyday fragrance. Nothing too crazy, and it's just subtle. It's good for the office and school, like I said earlier. Bottles that I would recommend, let's say you have them, or this is what you're interested in. Of course, Gucci Pour Homme 2. It's got that similar tea note. I would say Gucci does it way better. Way better. And if you had to go with this one or the Gucci, probably the Gucci. And also Boss in Motion. So if you have the original Boss, you might want to check this one out. And my new feature, of course, Buy, Try, or Pass. I would say, as much as I was impressed with this fragrance, I didn't think much of it. I thought this was going to be my first really bad review. I was just going to bash the shit out of this one. Couldn't do it. That tea note, if it wasn't there, I would have just ransacked this one. But either way, I'm going to say this is a pass. Why? Gucci Pour Homme 2 does it way better. You can get it there. It's a nice fragrance, but there's something better out there. And it's not worth the trying to search for it or anything. Trying to find it online. If you want a cheaper version of Gucci Pour Homme 2, I don't know if this is actually that much cheaper, but you could go with this if you find it really cheap. Other than that, it's a good fragrance. It's just not anything that I would recommend to actually buy right away. You can give it a try if you want, but I say pass. Go with the Gucci Pour Homme 2. Star rating. Obviously, I'm back to the 10 stars, 1 to 10 stars, backed by popular demand, I guess. I'm going to give this one a 6.5. Without the tea note, this would have been way down, but tea and orange did alright on this one, so I'm going to give it a 6. So guys, all in all, Boss in Motion, Electric Edition. It's a discontinued fragrance. The world's not going to miss much out of this one. So guys, here it is. Thanks for watching.